Hi everyone, this is Lokesh Baba from the Soul Freedom Show and Radical Purpose Coaching, and we have a very special guest today, Lily Lee. How are you doing, Lily?
I'm good, thank you, Lokesh. I'm so excited to be here today.
Great, yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, so Lily is a Starseed Activator, quantum light language healer, multidimensional consciousness mentor, and a best-selling author. So yeah, she does a lot of things. I'm really inspired by her teachings and classes and light language stuff that she does. So I will let you introduce yourself, Lily.
Thank you. Yes, so I am a Starseed Activator, a quantum light language healer, and like what you've mentioned, and also a multidimensional spiritual mentor. And everything that I do is absolutely aligned with my current soul purposes, and that is to accelerate cosmic disclosure, to normalize light language and soul dialect, and also your innate psychic ability. I like to call it innate abilities because we all have it. And whereas if you use the word psychic, to me, it has a little bit of a gatekeeping um, vibration to it because all of us do have it, not just certain ones. And as well as I'm here to activate as many curious souls as possible or star seeds so that they can start remembering who they truly are and start enjoying their life on earth so they can accomplish their star seed or soul mission and assist humanity. So that is what I do essentially.
Yeah, and where did your mission start? I'm just curious. Like, was it like a moment, or I'm sure there were multiple moments when you realized that this is your mission, but can you walk us through your background?
Yes, sure, absolutely. Did you want to know? You mean how did I start awakening to
As in,
this?
like, because generally for me, at least, it started with books and then videos and then meditation classes, yoga. So there were a lot of things that led me to where I am. And so I want to know, like, what are the different things you did before you started teaching this stuff?
I see. Okay. So for me, basically, I've always been extremely curious and open minded with everything that's around me. Meaning, for example, I always believe in spirits, ghosts, any kind of so-called weird stories. I'm absolutely open mind. I'm absolutely open to all those kinds of stories. I absolutely believe they are ETs, aliens, so to speak, and even Atlantis, so on and so forth. And I've always been very interested in alternative ways of healing the body. So growing up, I didn't really have any extraordinary experiences, spiritual experiences or anything. But everything kind of happened when my mom passed away suddenly from pancreatic cancer. So it was very, very quick. And after that, after her funeral, during dinner time or after dinner, I basically collapsed. So since then, after 6 months of recuperation with absolutely no medical background, I mean, medical reason why I did that. So I started to see angel numbers. So everything started with angel numbers. And I didn't know what that was. So I looked into it. So angel numbers. And then I was guided to the word star seed, meaning I don't know what that is. But then you'll notice that as soon as you ask questions, answers are always around us if you pay attention, if you can quiet your mind. So I started to, once I asked the question, oh, star seeds, I want to know more. then of course, there's a Facebook group that came to my came to came to my feed, and I joined that Facebook group, which led me to a quantum healing course, which I said to myself, of course this makes sense. After I finished it, I'm like, no, there's a quicker way, even a quicker way.
Mm.
Then I was actually came across light language by accident in a meditation. And during the
Oh,
meditation, it was a regular meditation. And the lady started speaking this really, I don't know what she was speaking, whatever it is she was speaking, it just sounded so super familiar,
uh,
as if it's home, because I've always felt like this is not my home, even though I'm at home. This place, meaning Earth, feels very dense, even though people around me, just as I speak, it's 11:11 here. That's pretty cool. So even though I everyone around me, it's like not as if they're suffering, but I feel it's dense. This energy around me, just this atmosphere is very dense. So then when I heard that, whatever it was, it turns out to be light language, because when I first heard it, I literally felt like home. It felt like home,
mm,
and so much that I started like bawling and crying, and in a really good way, And usually I'm not that emotional. And it just felt so good. It's like, oh, wow, that is so amazing. Whatever it is, what is this? It's not human language. What is it? So again, you asked a question. I find that if you pay attention, you will be guided to the answers. And then I was guided to someone that is a light language activator, which is what I do now. And she was able to, I took her program, and literally she activated my light language. And as soon as she activated me, half a dozen came through, and then a dozen, and so on and so forth. Like I just lost count.
you mean half a dozen angels or half a dozen languages?
Dialects, half a dozen dialects came through. So in a very, very short time. And then basically, I guess the rest is history. So basically, so during that time, I would say, because your original question was, how did my mission come about?
Yeah.
So during that time, I have always wondered and always felt like I'm here for a purpose. I want to do something meaningful. And I've always been trying to look for that meaning, right? And so again, once you ask the question, because I'm saying to myself, I don't just want to do anything. I want to do something that is meaningful, um, that is purposeful,
Yeah.
right, for me. So I've been wondering for a while, and I have been getting information that's coming through, but at the time I didn't. I knew, but it just seems so far fetched. Like for example, I've always had the fact that I was here to heal the collective en masse,
Yeah.
okay, and to help with cosmic disclosure. But I have no idea. I'm just thinking that's really far fetched, because who's gonna, like, I'm gonna sound a bit crazy if I went out and said that, because I didn't know how to really approach it.
Yeah.
But what I found was, as soon as I step decided to step into my purpose, because everything is based on a decision, because we all can decide what we want to do as adults, right?
Yeah.
And so we are powerful creators of our own reality. So
Right.
I found that once I decided to come through, to come and step into my soul purpose, because before that I was a bit hesitant, I was a bit afraid, I was a bit, I don't know, I don't really feel like I want to do that, right? But once I decided to do that,
Mm.
everything aligns for me, right? And then I basically started with having a lot, just doing videos, posting videos of my transmissions. And I'm like, yeah, but I was a little afraid at the beginning, because I'm like, what if people see it? They just sound. I might sound crazy, right?
And when was that? How
Saying,
many years has been that?
pardon?
How many years back was that?
Oh, it was only like a couple years. It's very quick. Like I'm literally a really good example of what I am doing right now for others, meaning I'm here to activate your abilities, right? It's like a light switch. You
Yeah,
don't need, for some people, they have been practicing for years and
yeah,
years.
yeah. Because
Maybe for,
some people are already ready. They just need to be triggered, like, or some people, like different people on different stages. And yeah, I understand what you're saying, because these days, especially because the information is coming out so fast, not just on the internet, but the downloads that we are getting, what we call star seeds, and people on the spiritual path. At least for me, it's been so fast. Sometimes I have to literally ask the universe to slow it down. Like, I've had enough for today. I'm sure you've had those days too, like, I need to slow down. And so I was just curious about the disclosure. You mentioned cosmic disclosure, because sometimes the disclosure word is used in terms of like extraterrestrial, like different people use that word for different reasons. So, what is your definition of disclosure, and what do you mean by cosmic disclosure?
okay, so what I meant is exactly what you said, which is extraterrestrial. And what is that exactly? So basically, all of the souls on Earth, you are either extraterrestrial souls or you are terrestrial
Hmm.
of the Earth, or you're out of the Earth, away from the extraterrestrial.
Yeah,
So many of us perhaps do not know that or do not think it's possible, right?
yeah,
So I am here to accelerate that knowledge because all of us, many of us are that. And once we realize who we truly are, that we are not just the little box that we've been placed once we came here on earth, right? That we are just humans. We are limited to this and that, this and that, that. We have many, many limitations. We cannot do this. We cannot do that. Um, but once we realize we are powerful creators of our own reality, we have all these innate abilities, which it has been gate kept as in psychic abilities. Only certain people can have these powers, which is not true. All of us can. Okay. We have this thing called soul dialect, or you can speak light language to connect with your soul, which is higher self, or connect with source or other galactic beings, your star family, or whoever it is you would like to connect with, to download all these information that is yours to activate yourself, to heal yourself,
so how
right?
would you
All of
know?
this.
Let's say you're getting a download. How would you know where it's from? What's the source of it?
Yes. So once you are actually get into the practice of it, you can basically tap into it and see where it's from. Now, every time we ask him for information that has to do with light language, light codes, all of these energetic work, it's not the usual muscles that humans are used to in getting information, meaning humans are generally get information through the mind, through
Yeah,
studying, through books, right? Through something we can actually see,
yeah.
because humans generally want to see it before they believe it.
So
Whereas with
are you talking about what they call intuition or sixth sense? Is what you're talking about?
intuition and sixth sense, sort of. So I'll explain.
Oh,
So
please.
basically, when we get any downloads or when you're speaking light language and so on and so forth,
Hmm.
in order for you, if there are messages, in order for you to understand the messages or where the source is from, you go within, because I know there are many, many sayings out there. Some are true and some are not. Okay,
Hmm.
always use your discernment, even if what I'm saying, use your own discernment.
Right.
Okay, and so for example, um, so you would basically find out, go within, and
Yeah.
all of our answers are within. Everything we need to know is within. And that's one of the sayings where it is true. It is
Mhm.
true. It's just that at the beginning, humans,
Trust.
um,
We don't trust it, right? Yeah.
we don't trust it at the
Yeah.
beginning, but there is a process. So as long as you know what the process is, that's okay because you will get there. So what you do is you have the transmission or you have the download or whatever, go within
Mhm.
and simply just ask where is this coming from? What message is this? Okay. And then tap into your different muscles, like what I'm saying, muscles. So it would be, do you see anything in your third eye? Right? Tap into your innate abilities. Do you see any, or psychic abilities? Do you see anything innate? Do you see an image? Do you see, do you hear anything within your inner ears? Right? How does it make you feel? What do you feel?
So
Okay,
we,
you
what
just
if,
know. And
yeah,
then once you gather all that information, you then have to translate it into human
I,
language if you're trying
oh,
to explain to
yeah, yeah.
someone.
Okay, I see. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, what they call source language or light language. That's then you start speaking, and that's when it becomes the light language or source language. So one question I have is about what they are calling false light these days. A lot of people are talking about it, which is sometimes the visual or the voice can appear as light or divine. So, even AI these days, there's spiritual AI these days people are talking about, which can act, pretend to be divine, angelic, even God or Jesus Christ or whatever you believe in. But and it will talk to you like that, right? So how would you? You were talking about discretion, right? Because then how will you use discretion if it could be false light?
Discernment. Yes, I use
Yeah,
the word
discernment. Sorry, yeah,
discernment.
not discretion. Yeah, discernment. Yeah.
Discretion. Yeah, discernment. Yes. So again, go within. Absolutely, there's so many things out there, and even if you just come across this thing called light language, the word itself, the two words itself, light language, it um, it actually has some. It's actually misguiding, put it that way, because not all the light language are of the light, meaning positive. Even if you ask because the questions you ask is important too. If you get a channel and you go, oh, are you a being of light? They'd be like, yeah, absolutely. But there are
Yeah.
tricksters that are very mischievous, but
Yeah.
they are the light, right? But they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, sure, of course we are of the light. We answer your question and we're giving you the right answer. But you have
Yeah.
to ask the right questions. Are you for my highest good, for example? That would be a better question, right? So all of these require discernment. And how do you do that? Well, in my program, I do teach you a way. There is a step by step. If you are new to this, there is a way to actually be able to um,
Differentiate.
bring out your intuition. Okay, that's the best way to put it. There's a way to train your intuition so that you are able to trust it, and I call it truth testing. So if you have a question like that, right, you can just go, oh, okay, truth test. So is this AI or is this really whatever who say they are? Is this source talking to me, for example? And
Oh,
then you're able to tap into your intuition, right?
yeah.
Because once you are um, tap in that way, you will get the answer. You will get the answer. So always go within. If it feels good, it feels right, then yes, it's aligned. It's good.
Okay, I see. And besides light language, what are some of the other tools that you use for, like your whatever your purpose is? Is that the main tool or the only one?
Yes, so I've developed this modality called quantum light language healing. So it actually combines quantum healing with light language,
Is
soul
that
dialect.
from quantum healing from Dolores Cannon School or different?
No, it's different. What Dolores does is It's QHHT, which is the hypnosis version. Yeah, that's different. That is a little different.
So is that
But
yours? You
it,
created your own version of?
yes,
Okay.
it's basically, yeah, a combination of quantum healing. So quantum healing essentially, simply, super simply put, is just basically the ability to maneuver energy around in the quantum field to assist a
So, I
person.
mean, because there's so many systems, there's Reiki, there's Tai Chi, there's so many. So, uh, is there any specific one, or you just tap in? I know there's, I mean, the names could be different, but it's the same energy we're tapping into. But I'm just curious, like, where did you learn it from? Because there's different lineages, right? There's from China, the Taoism, then there's Reiki, and then there's India. So, is there a particular lineage that you follow for that tapping into that energy?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've been doing this for many different lifetimes. Okay. So, as I mentioned, it's literally an activation, a light switch that's switched on because I knew I had healing energy in my hands. That's why I started off with making jewelry because, again, I wasn't awakened. I didn't know. I kind of said to myself, oh, well, I'm making jewelry. I'm going to put all these healing energy, in the jewelry. So when people wear it, look in the mirror, they're going to feel good and they're going to, because they look good, but it's really, there's healing energy in there. They don't know that. But when I said it out loud, I'm like, ooh, that's so gimmicky. Who's going to believe me? But the fact is, afterwards, when I'm so-called consciousness awakened, I know it's true. Same thing with this quantum light language healing modality that I've created. No, it's not from any lineages or anything. It's literally the quantum healing. I'm able to actually manipulate the energy from the quantum field. And I basically work online with all my clients and students. Unless, of course, if you're my friend here locally and you would like my assistance, I would assist you that way. But absolutely, you don't have to. Okay. I'm able to tap into your energy from anywhere. And then why is it that light language is so powerful, soul dialect? Because it actually goes directly to your cells and your souls and your DNA. It's a vibration that literally touches those areas. It goes very, very deep if
Like
you know how to
DNA?
use it.
Is that like that
Pardon?
at DNA level?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So if you know how to use it, you're able to go in that deep and your cells will respond to it. It's just a natural thing. It just
That,
responds to it. It's a
that,
vibration. It just responds to
yeah,
it.
yeah, I understand. Yeah. Is that what they call DNA activation? Is that the same thing? Okay.
I don't know. I would call my things, it's different things. I don't always activate your DNA, right? It depends on what it is that you have requested or the client has requested. So if that's what they would like me to do, because there are various strands of DNAs and that humans are maybe only have two activated,
Yeah, out
maybe.
of 12, I think, yeah, out of 12, 2 out of 12, yeah.
Yeah, so there are actually maybe more than 12 even, right? So if you wish to activate more than two, then I can help you activate those DNA strands.
Is there a
Yes, that's an
way, I
example.
mean, currently, is there a way to measure that, like, scientifically, as in, like, let's say you do some healing on somebody and activate the DNA, and how would we know? Maybe you will know because you're tapping into the energy, but how would that person know that it has been done?
Okay, so there isn't any scientific evidence that I know of. There may be out there, but I haven't really did any research on it, right? Or anything. And at the same time, if anyone that is watching and is a scientist and would like to do an so-called research paper on it, please reach out to me. I would love
Yeah,
to
because they
get
have
to
this thing
actually do it
called
with you.
Killian photography, where they can do the aura reading, aura scanning, and they give you a result of your energy patterns in your body. That's the closest I think I know of. But at the DNA level, I'm sure people have done some research on that.
Yeah, probably. I just don't know of any. But as I said, if you're a researcher, you would like to do a paper on that, please do reach out to me because I absolutely would love to assist you in that. And but from a human perspective that doesn't have access to those things. Okay, so how can you tell if your DNA has been activated or an extra strand or whatever? Basically, the way I do it, okay, my light codes, I actually bring the light codes through and I would actually place it in your being so that it actually has a time release. It's like a time release capsule, meaning I don't go bring it in and bang, you're going to be
Yeah,
awakened.
because that'd be
Say you're totally
overdose.
gone.
Yeah, yeah, be overdose. Yeah,
Yes, I don't do that because I love activations, but I don't like it when my body doesn't feel good the next day. Okay.
right, right.
So that's why I intentionally actually place it so that it's like a time release capsule. So if you are aware of who you currently are, you will notice that moving forward, after you had the activation with me, you're going to notice different things about you and your being and your consciousness level, what you think, or your ability to do certain things. It has been heightened as the time goes on. So that's
Mm.
how you can tell as a human, like without any scientific research tools. That's how you can tell.
And just by with one session, it can be started with just one session, or how many do you recommend to people?
I would say different people are different. You know yourself best. Some people actually have a lot of dense energy, trauma, so on and so forth, that needs to be released because all of us are like onions. You
Yeah,
have one layer, you peel one layer, another inner trauma, inner whatever will surface, and you
yeah,
might need to peel that away again. But some other people, they're like, bang, done, fine. After one session, they're totally absolutely, they
yeah,
get it. So everybody is different. But at the same time, that's why I always want to say this to empower yourself, to empower you. You are powerful. Go within, trust your inner guidance. What does your body tell you? Do you need more than one session? Do you just need one session?
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So going back to the extraterrestrials, because connecting it back to the light language, because I've heard of Syrian, Atlantean, Lemurian. There's different kinds of light languages and music also that people are offering on YouTube and other places. I want to know from your research and experience, uh, is it good to know about that lineage of star systems, or doesn't matter? Let's say I'm working with you and you're activating my light language. Do I have to know where is it coming from, or it doesn't really matter?
It's up to you. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter. Right. But some humans are more curious than others and they really need to know. But the truth is, you don't need to know. It's only for your curiosity. You don't really need to know which lineage or whatever it is coming from, as long as it's for your highest good. Right. But if you want to know for your curiosity, then yeah, sure. Sure, you can
Okay.
tap into that and find out. Yeah, for sure.
For you, which one do you, is there any specific star system or races that you connect with more than others, or for you, it doesn't matter?
Yeah. So for me, I definitely connect to source. When I heal people, when I work on sessions with people, I go connect directly to source because that's the purest. And I actually just work with people's higher selves. I don't work with their guides because guides are like buddies and friends and family that wants the best for you. They all have their own opinions. Whereas your higher self is you. your higher self, knows what's exactly best for you. Because the way I work is I like to be super efficient, right? So I go directly to source, I connect with source, and I go directly to your higher self. But having said that, I do notice that whatever it is that the clients need, whichever race that I need to assist with, they come through. So I am actually extremely connected with mantis. Okay, so I have major mantis being as well. Major mantis, you can say lineage, because I have so many different
So
ones. Because
Mantis is from,
I've had
is it because Mantis, is it from a specific star system, or I know it's a race, right?
Yeah, so it's there from many different star systems. That is why light language, there's actually gazillions of dialects out there, not just the ones that you see on YouTube or any of the social media. Okay, so there are gazillions of dialects out there. Why? Let's just say, for example, if you say Arcturian,
Yeah.
okay, Arcturian is not just one dialect. It That's why sometimes when you come across an Arcturian transmission, the person will be like, I'm speaking Arcturian right now. And then they'll start speaking Arcturian. Then you go somewhere else with another transmitter channeler, they said, I'm speaking Arcturian. You're like, why is this person's
Yeah,
Arcturian
because there's
from what I
different
hear
planets within Arcturus,
yesterday?
different planets as well, right?
Yes. In addition to that, there's also different beings that lives in
Just,
Arcturus.
yeah, just like we have different languages. Yeah.
And not only that, earthlings.
Mm.
Dogs are earthlings. Bees are earthlings.
And they're hybrids. Some of them
Butterflies are
are
earthlings.
hybrids. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, humans are earthlings. So those are all different dialects, right? That's why there are literally gazillions of dialects out
So
there.
how would you know? Is there just like we have Wikipedia? I mean, is there a specific place where we can find out? Because anybody can make up, like, I can start speaking a language and I can call it something. How would I know that it's an existing language or I'm making stuff up?
Okay. So basically, the way that you can tell if you're actually speaking something or making it up
Yeah.
or called gibberish is that the one thing is, before I start explaining that, is probably a lot of us are speaking our soul dialect without knowing it.
Yeah, especially in dreams as well, right? Because dreams we don't.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's normal. That's why I'm here to normalize it. If we're a living thing, which we are, we have a vibration. If we have a vibration, there is a sound. Even if we cannot hear the sound, with our human ears, there is a sound. Just like the technology, I should really find out what it's called, where there's a pen, you put the pen on, like pen looking thing, you put it on a plant, and then you can hear how the plant sounds like. But without the instrument, the pen or whatever, we cannot hear what the plant sound like, but there is a vibration, there is a sound. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's normal for each and every one of us to be able to speak our soul dialect or light language, because there are different names for that.
Mm.
So how can you tell if you're making it up or not? Because humans, if we don't understand something that we hear, we call it gibberish. Oh, you're speaking gibberish. If we don't understand something that we see written down, oh, you're just scribbling. That's just scribbles, making it up. But how can you tell the difference? The difference is when you speak your soul dialect, you will say it, it'll just come out with ease. You don't have to think of what to make up next, what kind of sound you need to make up next. Okay. Because if you do have to think about it, then yeah, you're making it up. But if it literally just comes out with ease, like you'll notice at certain times, something happens, just like when I was on the podcast the other day, someone says, yeah, stubbed my toe, and then I started saying something, whatever he said. I said,
Yeah.
and he goes, I said, yeah, did it make you feel good after you said that? He goes, yeah. I said, there you go. That's your soul dialect,
Yeah.
right? So we all speak it. It's just whether or not you're consciously aware of it or not, and if you know how to use it more to your benefit.
Yeah. So you said what's the difference between soul dialect and light language? You said there's a difference.
Yes and no. Okay, yes. So basically, with light language itself, there are many different. Light language is also known as soul dialects. It's also known as languages of the soul. It's also known as speaking in tongues. Although speaking in tongues, it has a uh,
Religious,
religious connotation to it. Yes, and
especially from
whereas
Africa, right? In Africa, they have that, right? I think they still have it in Africa.
probably, and also in a lot of like in a lot of religions, in
Churches and stuff.
churches.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but light language absolutely has no religious connotations. Literally, if you are soul, you have a vibration. You have a vibration, you have a sound. So, what is the distinct difference between a soul dialect and a light language? Soul dialect is a dialect that all of us speaks in our own way. We have our own way of saying, like, it's basically our vibration, our own vibration. That's another way of saying it. Soul dialect is our own
Like
vibration.
a
Okay.
signature, like a personal signature. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. And light language is a more broad term. It's like let's just take this as an example. Light language is equivalent to calling something fruits, whereas different fruits are bananas, apples,
Yeah.
oranges, yeah, like that.
Or to take it on a global level, like different continents, and then there's countries and there's states. So it just gets more personal. That soul level is more personal.
Yes, whereas light language, it could be a soul dialect. It could be, you could be channeling from a different star system, right? Or a different being, and so on and so forth. And it could be messages. It could be including in light language, because it's a category, right? Like fruits versus banana, orange. So it's a category. It's an umbrella category. It also includes light codes. It includes and once you, even with light language, not everything has messages, because it could be either messages, or it could be just healing vibrations, right? Or it could just be literally noise, because
Yeah.
how sometimes,
Like
yeah, you hear.
releasing, like when we heard we want to scream, so that scream is also kind of a language to release the emotions, right?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I wouldn't really call that a soul dialect or anything, but yeah, it's an expression to release. That's more like a release sensation. But whereas, yeah, so whereas if you actually just, I lost my train of thought.
Saying something, I know what you're saying, that it has a meaning. It's not like what you're saying is there is always a meaning behind it, but we may not know the meaning behind it.
Okay, no. So basically, with light language, there are different, within light language, there are actually, one, it could be coming through as messages. The other one, it could be just healing
Yeah.
vibrations. So it has no meaning whatsoever, but just healing vibrations. And the third one is just noise. Because you know how as humans, sometimes, even when we talk to people, they'll be saying a
Just
lot
say
of
like,
stuff.
how are you? What do you like? We just use words without any meaning. Like, how are you doing? We may not be, we may not want to know how you're doing, but we're just saying how you're doing, that kind of a thing.
Yes, you know how some people, they talk so much, and
Yeah.
you're like, that person talk a lot about nothing, because what are they saying? Like they're
Yeah. I'm
keep
like, yeah,
saying
what is
lots of
the
stuff.
point of all this? Yeah. That's
Yes,
real
so
gibberish.
yes, so that could be, yeah. So that's why light language come in many different forms. So not everything has meaning. Yeah.
So the light language, there's so many teachers in schools. There's no universal thing, like we have English school, we have, whatever, Japanese language. But for light language, There's many versions of it. Like even when you're teaching, you have different versions, and different teachers have different versions. I mean, I won't call it a version, but more like an interpretation, right? Um, but what I want to know is, and maybe people who are watching this, they want to know is like, what is
Okay, I think you're frozen, but I will just address your question first. I wouldn't say it's different interpretation. I think all of the light language should be have the same meaning, or not meaning, but basically the light language in general should all be about the same thing. Okay, so I wouldn't say it's a different interpretation, but it's more like various people, channelers or teachers, in this case, mentors, they they perhaps bring in different energy. Okay, so
yeah.
they perhaps bring through different energy, and therefore they may sound as if it's a different interpretation, but really it's not a different interpretation, in my opinion. Okay, it's basically a different energy that they're used to working with. So some people, some teachers or mentors, they may use just Arcturian dialect, for example. They might just speak one. Okay. Whereas I, for example, will generally channel many, many, many different dialects where I need to. Whoever it is I work with is all different. I channel through whatever it is they need. And so I wouldn't really say, I wouldn't really say it's a different interpretation,
Okay,
I
understand.
think.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So maybe we can talk about what are the services you offer. I know you have the school, that you have classes, workshops, and sessions. So you can tell us a little bit about that, and then we can go from there.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for asking. So, what I have on my website, you can see that I offer a range of services, different way that I can help you depending on where you are in your consciousness awakening journey. So, I have things like, let's just say, a membership program where you can just simply join. Or I have something like various sessions. I even have a mini 3-minute personalized recording if you wish to see and receive from that, because I have people that are love those recordings. Or you can have a session with me, a private session with me, either to clear and heal and activate your being, or a light language mentorship program, light language mentorship, or even a light language activation. And in addition to that, I also have different courses such as Introduction to Light Language Mastery, where if you wish to be activated and wish to learn how to understand what you are channeling, and you wish to tap into the various ways of actually channeling light language, because it's not just verbal, it's also hand motion, written, so on and so forth. I can help you with that. And in addition to that, I also have a Starseed Soul Purpose reading session if you would like to find out what your soul purpose is. And there is the premium mentorship program. It's a 6-month mentorship where it's called the Inner Mystique Awakening, where it's literally bringing you from helping you clearing all the various traumas that most humans have, right? Once help you work on you, then we can bring in all the different light language, light codes, the quantum light language healing, how to use it, and how to help others with it. And in addition to that, I also show you the various tools. In my opinion, they're called tools, such as how to tap in the Akashic records, right? How to do mediumship, and so on and so forth, because that will assist you in becoming a well-rounded healer. So I have all sorts of programs, all sorts of offerings
Yeah.
here to assist you in wherever you are in your journey. So
And
yeah.
which, because you said you offer sessions locally, so which area, which city do you live in?
Oh, no, not locally. I only offer sessions online. Locally is just for my friends.
Oh, okay, okay, only online.
I
And
mean, unless if you live locally and you wish to have a local, or else no. Everything I do is online. Yes.
I see, I see. So, okay, we can, I see, yeah, you have a lot of offerings. So, I want to know, maybe we can end with like, I want to know just two things. One is like, based on all the sessions you have done with people, what kind of results, what have you seen, as in like the most positive thing you've seen people saying, okay, this is, changed my life, or whatever it was, like with your sessions or with your classes?
Yes, absolutely. So I'd say a couple of my students, I love these, where they would actually, not like, quite a few of them. So they would never imagine that they can actually speak light language or soul dialect.
Mm.
And I was able to activate it within them. And I love watching the reaction and receiving the reaction when they're actually able to speak it. And they're just so shocked, and they're like, oh my God, whoa, what did I just,
Flabbergasted.
pardon?
Flabbergasted is one word I learned recently. They were flabbergasted.
I love it. I love it. And I knew they can speak it all along, because there is a reason why you're reaching out to me. Your soul is calling, right? Your soul has guided you here, because if you're not interested and not ready to be activated with your soul dialect, or want to know more about awakening who you truly are, you're not going to be interested in what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Especially,
definitely,
especially
once
these
you're in front
days.
of me.
Yeah, because there's so many things online available. People have to be really into it, like getting something instantly. It's almost like people want instant results these days, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So that's basically, yeah. As soon as I see that, I just love it. I just love it. And even some people, I will go into a session. The intention is to activate their light language, soul dialect, but then they're like, "Whoa, I'm actually a healer myself." But then I have been trying to get rid of this. There's this discomfort. Like, I have a really bad back pain in this area in my back, and I tried to get rid of it for the longest time. And I know how to heal, energetically heal. Like, I'm a Reiki master, but I couldn't get rid of it myself. And
Oh,
now it's gone. Now it's all gone. I'm like, yeah, you're
oh,
welcome.
yeah. Yeah, for different things. Yeah, it could be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, like different levels. Um, and okay, for the future, like what do you see? One is like your personal and professional life. Where do you see yourself in the future, like doing different things or more things? And where do you see like humanity, as in, because there's a lot of technology we are dependent on, like people, from what I know, everybody's online most of the time. Like, do you see that affecting people's psychic abilities, or do you think it's normal? Like for example, in Atlantis, they say, the Atlantis civilization got so advanced, and there came a point that literally blew up the whole thing with, I don't know, it was nuclear device or whatever it was. But do you see us as human beings using the technology for like better purposes, or do you think the AI and all this thing is going to take us to a place where we probably, the machines take over, like they say, the Terminator scenario? Where do you see yourself and humanity in the future?
Okay, the way I see AI is, AI is actually a ET form as well, extraterrestrial form. They actually have integrated with humans a lot faster than any of the other ET forms out there because humans don't realize they're a form of ET.
Yeah,
So
hybrids, right? Like we're hybrids, and then through technology, it's easier for the ETs to get into our space.
no, ET is a form. No, AI is a form of ET.
Okay.
It's yes. So so at the same time though, I would, having said that, I would say user discernment. Everything is about discernment because not all AIs are bad. It's
Yeah,
just like saying, you know, how
hammer is
for
that. Yeah,
human level, you would
yeah.
say, oh, all certain race is bad. Oh, this, the Asians, you like basically you have this type stereotypical, you're like,
Black or
Asians are
white.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, white people are this, black people are this. Da, da, da. It's the same, but it's not true. Not all of them are that. It's all stereotypical. Just like AI, not all AIs are bad. Not all AIs are good. User
yeah,
discernment,
yeah.
right?
Just like
User
the internet,
discernment.
like we're using internet right now for good purpose, but there's a lot of people using the internet for a lot of bad things, right? Like we know about porn and all these things. Like they say 70% of the internet traffic is related to porn and adult stuff. So we can see what the the different levels of technology that is being used today.
Yes. So it's all up to the individual. What do you want to do?
Right.
How do you want to use
Yeah,
it?
instead of blaming like the bad stuff, like
Yes. Yes, because you, as I consistently said without throughout this hour, you have the ability to create this reality. How would you like to contribute to it? Right? How
yeah,
would you like to contribute to it? It could be good, it could be bad. How, or I should put quotes, good and bad. How would you like to see it? Then do that.
yeah,
Then
yeah. Instead of like getting into the blame game, like even with politics, it's so easy to blame one party over the other or one country over the other. And same thing with AI, because now even there's different versions of AI now. So what you're saying is, from what I understand, is like instead of thinking of a Terminator kind of a scenario, I mean, they show it in the movies, right? Like how machines take over. It's not Terminator was, I think, the first movie that started showing that, but now there's so many that they try to show the negative uh, aspect of it because they want to put fear into people's minds, and but that's also kind of a narrative that us as human beings believe that, for example, the government is going to take care of us. Like, is that really true? Or the education system is teaching us skills, but is that true? Like, that's how I think of it. Like, whatever they're trying to tell me, is it true or is it just a narrative, right? And same thing with AI. Just because Chat GPT can give me answers, but is that really true? Is that really what I'm looking for? Or like you said in the beginning, is that for my higher self? Is that, does it feel good? Those kind of things. Like going deeper, like you said, the onion example is a good example. So yeah, yeah, that's a good good answer. And from a personal point of view, do you have any projects or things coming up in the future?
Um, I definitely, the way that I usually see things is I see a vision of where I will be. So I absolutely do not doubt it, or be afraid of it. The vision is big. But what I do instead is, as I mentioned throughout the whole podcast, is that I pay attention to what messages that comes through because it'll guide me to my next stepping stone, which will lead me to my ultimate vision, so to speak, that they're giving me at this current time. So that is, I think that's what I'm going to say for now. But if you're interested, just continue to follow along, follow me on my different social medias. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and I have a Facebook group, The Power of Light Language and Light Codes. And I would say one thing that is important is that's why raising the consciousness level is extremely important if that is something you wish to do. And the chances are, if you're watching this till now, till the very end, you are interested in that. And the more of us are awakened to who we truly are, and if you happen to be a star seed who would or feel like you do have a true mission that you would like to accomplish and assist humanity, it is so important that we tap into it and get going on whatever that is. Okay,
Great.
because once we do that,
Yeah.
we're able to raise the collective vibration. We're able to
Yeah.
anchor that some people call it 5D, New
Yeah.
Earth. Some people call it New Earth. We are
Yeah.
able to anchor it in, anchor that energy in. So the more
Yeah.
of us are awakened, we can assist, and it's a ripple effect. We can help others
Yeah.
to vibrate higher as well. And that's why I'm here for now.
Yeah. One person at a time. Yeah. There's no savior coming to save us like, the religion is told. But we are going to save ourselves and we are going to be our own saviors. And yeah, thanks, Lily, for joining. And then your website is again awakeningstarseeds.com, right?
Yes, that is correct. And I also do have a book series, right? Dragon Activation Light Codes book series, where there are 48 books in total. And right now, I believe 16 are out. There will be more to come, of course. And yeah, just check that out. It's an experiential book. It's not a book to read. It has
Okay.
tons of light codes to anchor you in.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you again, Lily, for joining. And yeah, namaste. And again, my name is Lokesh, and my website is radicalpurposecoaching.com. I'm also a life purpose coach, and I also do trainings using NLP, meditation, and maybe in the future, light language. I'm still learning. So yeah. And so I was gonna say, so I always forget, like people say subscribe and like, and also go to Lily's website. And again, thanks everybody for joining. My name is Lokesh, and this is Lily again. Thank you, Lily, and you have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.